What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I brought you all to this beautiful forest to have some nice fresh air as with chit chat. So today we are going to talk about culture shock part 1, just the beginning. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. I really needed somewhere open where I can laugh my lungs out, because right now everything makes sense, and it's good to share and understand what it feels like to come from a different culture to another culture. So I first arrived in Germany on a Sunday, so everything was closed, and for me that was not really a big culture shock, because back from the other countries I lived in, they could close from 12 midday till Monday morning. In other countries they will close everything on Friday because it's a Muslim country. So I was really not fascinated. Culture shock number 2, the crossroads. Be it you're in a hurry, be it you're late, be it the train is leaving, it's important that you wait for the green light to cross the road. Germans take it so serious that you need to follow the rules, and if the police spots you, you have to pay for that. So I found it really hard to manage this, but eventually I started waiting for the green light, and I think that's really amazing that now I can wait for the green light to cross the roads. And still at it, in Germany, when you're walking, you need to walk on the right, and the one person coming ahead of you walks on the left. So it's like the cars, like that. But I used to walk anyhow. I'm on the right, I'm on the left, I'm on the sides, and it took time for me to understand that things here are systematic. Also, this applies to the escalators. I used to just step on the escalator and just stay in the middle and wait to get to the top, and somebody has to say Entschuldigung, and that's excuse me, and I have to stay to the right because the little lane is for running or somebody who is in a rush to go. And this also applies to the cars. There's always a thin road or one side of the road that's left for the emergency ambulances, and every time it happens you see the cars just moving on the side, and it's so systematic, and I think that's beautiful. Culture shock number 3, the train station. First time I came here, I was given a good orientation. Come day 1 for me to take the train alone, I was in deep shit. So I arrive at the train station, and the things you get told, but trust me, they will not tell you everything. So I just followed the instructions of the previous training on how to get to the city center. And on this Monday morning, I'm at the train station, and I'm about to get to the train, and then 2 trains come. Let's say, for example, the train is written Nairobi, heading to Nairobi. So 2 trains come, and one is written Nairobi, and the other one is written Nairobi, meaning from Nairobi to Nairobi. So I got so lost. I didn't know which train to take, if I'm going to Nairobi or if I'm coming from Nairobi, and I let the train leave. And at this point I had to wait for another 15 minutes for another train. So I got so desperate and started crying because everyone left. I was left alone, and I was like making phone calls like, hey, what happened? There's 2 trains, which one am I supposed to take? And it was really a good learning process, but then I later came to understand I need to read the directions. Everything is written, everything is clear. You just need to use your common sense. And that's what I did not use at the beginning. Also, still while at the train tickets, I find that it's amazing that you need to be loyal, that you pay your own train ticket, because if you don't, you get caught and you pay 60 euros. Well, you can get away with it, but it's always advisable to buy a train ticket of maybe 3 euros or 5 euros than pay 60 euros for a fine. So this I found also shocking. While still at the trains, at the beginning I didn't understand anything at all in German, and I remember one time they said there was a default and everyone left the train, and I was sitting there majestically and I'm like, yeah, waiting, and I'm like, do all these people live here? And then the train, one person from the train just came back and said, hey, there's a problem, you have to come out. And I was like, oh, okay, at least one person talks, because it's also hard for Germans to talk to you and help you out, at least on my side. I don't know about others. Culture shock number 4. The subways. Underground area of a train. Have you ever lost orientation? Somebody says, this is how you go, this is how you come out, and this is how you arrive your destination. So this day, I come out of the train so majestically, get into the subway, and once I try to exit, I come out at a completely different place. I go back down, completely different place, and I'm like, what's happening here? So I can't ask anyone because I also don't understand where I'm going. And I found this was really annoying and I felt really bad. But then, like I say, it's common sense. I just needed to use my Google. And the good thing is there's Wi-Fi in the city center, but being new, I still did not trust the Wi-Fi. I did not trust the Google. I did not trust anything. I was just going with my mind. But what do we say? We learn every day. Culture shock number 5. It's about the supermarkets. So, first, in the supermarket, it's self-service. You arrive there, you put your stuff, and you need to go back with the trolley and collect your stuff. So the first day, I just went there and put everything, and the lady was looking at me like, hello, you need to come to the other side. And I did not know. I thought, I even didn't know who will do it actually, but I just put everything there and I was standing there like waiting for service, and the lady had to say, yeah, come to the other side and put in your stuff. And I was like, so this is how it works here. And that was really a culture shock for me. And I remember when we put everything in the car, my husband said, okay, put the trolley back. I just saw the trolleys and I just pushed it back. And he said, where is the coin? I'm like, which coin? The coin that was in the trolley. I'm like, where? I don't know. I had to come back with him, go to this part and just have a look. Culture shock number 6. Naked people. Naked. Uchi wa kuzaliwa. Mamayo. Never seen people naked basking on the sun at the lake. This was really, really something that caught me off guard. And I remember this day I was with my classmates. We are somewhere outside having fun, and then there's just a river in front of us, and this uncle just bends down and gives us a bend over, and we were eating. I just can't remember what I shouted, but never seen this. And this was so funny. How do you just go and bend in front of people, really? So it was the biggest culture shock for me, and up until now I still don't understand it. So there's a place they call free cloth culture, FKK, and it's allowed to do that, but still I find it also went to the sauna, and it's okay. In the sauna you can be naked, but the naked in the sauna starts from far. It's not like you're just jumping outside and going into the sauna. It starts from the changing room. People are already walking naked, and there's no that sauna for men or sauna for female. It's everything together, and everyone is all over. And first time I was there with my towel, and I just kept like, yeah, I'm okay, because I was the only dark person, and everyone was looking at me, and I was like, oh, forever, man. Culture shock number 7. Opening the windows halfway. So I'm used to, you wake up in the morning, you push your window, you're done, and you're gone. In Germany, you can open the window halfway. And for me, first time I was like, oh, just watch this out. Culture shock number 8 was the garbage. So you need to assort your garbage before you dispose it. So in the sense that papers in one bin, bio in one bin, and the other stuff in one bin. And if you have a big garbage, you have to take it to a different center. And I think you also need to pay if you want to dispose something like a fridge or something big. And therefore, most of the time here, they offer to sell it even for 5 shillings or 5 euros or 10 euros instead of having to take it to the dumping site, because then it will cost them more. So the garbage policy here is really fascinating, but I think I like it because we are making the environment clean as well, right? Culture shock number 9, the dinner here. So Germans eat bread for dinner. First time I thought it was a joke, but honestly, once you live here, you get adjusted to it, and that I found was really different, and it was hard to adjust to it, but with time I found it so fascinating as well. Bread and cheese and cold cuts. This is still something that I find new, but on the other hand, I like it with time because I'm getting Germanized. But my father will not understand why people eat bread in the evening. So this is really amazing. What do you think? Culture shock number 10. It's happening now. The 4 seasons and the time change. I remember my first time when I came to Germany, my first year, and it was getting to autumn and the time was changing. I was in the supermarket. It was around 4 o'clock, and it was normal for me. The day was okay, and when I came out, it was super dark and it was 5 o'clock. I almost got a heart attack. I was like, what happened? What's happening? I don't know. Nobody could explain. And I didn't know. From Africa, we don't see this. And this was so funny. I looked so shocked, and everyone looked around me and they were like, I'm speechless actually. I even asked, hey, what happened? And I remember that day I was with my sister-in-law. Thank God she was like, okay, I need to take you home, but everything is okay. It's just the time change and blah, 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 blah. And I was not prepared for this. And for the 4 seasons, in Africa, we only read it in school, but you don't really apply it anywhere. So the first time I woke up, the next day I woke up, it was 4 a.m. and the sun was out. Not the sun, the light. The sun came in later. And I found that really different, because then in summer we have longer days. Sun sets like at around 9-10. So longer days, and in winter we have longer nights. So in summer we have longer days like from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and in summer we have, it gets dark like from 4 p.m. to maybe 7-8 in the morning. So these days are really different, especially when you come from Africa, where you don't really understand what are this. And I may really say that winters are really tough. The days are cold, everyone is grumpy, the weather sucks, the skies are gray, the clothes are not drying, everything is just feeling, I don't know. But the summer, everyone comes out. We are all like, already now I have seedlings that I'm about to plant, waiting for the summer to kick in. So the spring brings life. It's like a beautiful feeling. There's that feeling of having a nice crispy crunchy white wine. The flowers are blooming. That's the time we get the sinuses, because there's a lot of cross pollination, and I find it really beautiful, and it's like a beginning of a new life. And the sun is out, everyone is on the bike, the lakes are crowded, people are traveling, flying out, visiting other places. Like summer happens. Oh, don't mention this, barbecues. Oh, there's something happening somewhere every day of summer. So I love summer, we love summer, summer is amazing. So this brings us to part 1 of Culture Shock. I'll be coming back for part 2. I hope you had some fun and you learned something. And yeah, please, if you like this video, subscribe, support a sister, like, share, comment, and I'll see you later. So choose.